Welcome everybody. Welcome down to the basement where I keep my invitation and my weird dude. Today we're going to do more QR2 content with our CSL Hub. All right, I wanted to do this particular application with this QR2 Lite wheel side because this CSL Hub is going to be a little bit different than any of the other applications you're going to apply this to. What you're going to need right off the bat different is you're going to need an 8mm or a 5/16 wrench, because this one uses a nut instead of a bolt. So you're going to have to first undo your old quick release with your 8mm or 5/16. Like I said, this is going to be a little different than any of your other applications, because this is going to be the one so far that Fanatec is not going to provide all the hardware for. So you're going to have to, come up with this one wrench. But we'll give you a quick look at how this all works and comes together. All right, I got all these loose. And we're going to remove our QR1 Lite, I think is what they call this. So make sure we don't lose any of our washers. We'll reuse those. All right, and always be careful of your hardware. Don't lose it. Put it somewhere safe. Get a little magnetic tray. Whatever you want to do, that's good for you. So slide this off carefully, making sure you don't dunk your pins or anything like that. And then you can put your QR1 Lite off to the side. Someone's going to want those. I think they're going for 20 bucks on eBay. Next thing you're going to need is your QR2 Lite. Hopefully you used our affiliate link to get this, www.simgear.club. Makes all this happen. Go ahead and take a look at this bad boy. Clinky teeth, gotta love it. Put that off to the side till we need it. Next thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to swap these rings. This thin washer here is going to have to get removed, and then there's an actual striker plate that's a little bit thicker that actually raises up to the level of the pin connector here. So when it meets the QR2 base side, it makes a firm connection. So let's go ahead and get that started. So with this ring too, there's going to be two sets of screws that you're going to have to be mindful of. I'm pretty sure that the CSL Hub and the GT Pro use existing screws. The other ones you're going to have to change. I don't know if they're a little bit longer or not, but we'll go ahead and get these out and we'll take a look at them, make the comparison based on our instructions. We'll go from there. I made my little tool here because these are hard to get out of here. So I use their tool with a little bit of American ingenuity here with this 7mm turnbuckle wrench from something or another that I have laying around. Because these are plastic threaded screws that are going into plastic. So once they're in there, they get kind of tight and seized up. So they were hard to undo on our GT Pro, and they're a little easier on this one, but still have some tension to them. All right, I got these loosened up and we'll show you the difference here. See, these uses a tapping screw, and the other wheelbases use machine thread. So when you're doing CSL Hub, I'm not sure if the V2 qualifies for that, but the CSL Hub and the GT Pro wheel and a couple of other ones too, I think like the McLaren and some other plastic-based wheels, you have to be mindful of the screws that you use. So as stated, we're going to reuse the screws here. So we're going to pull these out, remove our washer, and put our striker pad on here. We'll replace our screws carefully, make sure we don't dink any of our pins. We don't want to bend or misshape any of our pins because it would make our QR2 not work so good anymore. So let's get this stuff started. So definitely the tool comes in handy because these do get kind of tight going back down, probably because the plastic that comes up goes back into the threads when you take them on and off. Makes it a little tighter. Just make sure that you don't over tighten them. Make sure you don't strip them because it is plastic. Finger tight for this stuff. You don't want to really, you know, mash it on there, because that is just going to damage your hub. And once you damage your hub, that's all there is to it. You'll have to be calling Fanatec and seeing if they'll take care of you, which is sometimes is good, sometimes is not good. We'll not comment on customer service for other companies because everyone's experience is unique. So just getting it finger tight here. That feels pretty good. And now our striker is on. We've removed our washer. We can put that off to the side. And we can apply our QR2 Lite to our equation. So just go ahead, slide that down just like this. Making sure we don't knock any of our pins. Boom, that's it. Now we can get our hardware. Replace our washers. See how that looks right there. We're going to replace all our spacers. These spacers are so you can get the wrench of choice onto the nut, because if you don't, and they go and recess behind this ridge, you will not be able to tighten them anymore. So very important that if you're doing this application, that you replace those washers in there. And I'll show you why. All right, I got these all started, save you all that nonsense of showing me trying to start all these. This new QR2 is the light version, I guess, with all the plastic. It's very bulky. I don't know if the metal ones are smaller. I haven't received one yet. Still waiting for that. So I'm going to tighten these all the way around to get them flush to the washer, and then I'm going to counter tighten them just like you would like a wheel on your car, so you can evenly disperse the pressure around the bolts. So while I do that, I'll spare you all that and get right to it. All right, I've been getting around these fairly easily. I just want to point out that they've redesigned this VSL or CSL Hub to a V2, and I can probably tell you why. They probably did away with this ridge, and they probably made it easier to apply this, because applying this QR2 Lite to this particular application isn't necessarily the easiest because of all the extra finning and stuff like that and structure around this quick release. But it is doable. And like I said, I wanted to make sure that I got this content out here so people could see it is doable. It is difficult, and it does require some extra patience. But once you get it done, it is a very rewarding experience. So, like I said, just a finger tight is all you really need on all this stuff, because it is plastic. You don't want to crank it down too tight. And you want to make sure that you maintain its torque. So check it every now and again. In the instructions for QR2, they believe they recommend every 100 engagements between your device and the stub. You should do some maintenance, and probably just like wiping it off, that kind of stuff. So nothing real serious. So counter tightening, going from opposite ends here, and then in an X pattern. Until it feels tight. You don't want to over tighten it because, like I said, it is plastic. Well, that's left. Don't want to go left. We want to go right. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Stick to the basics. All right, I feel comfortable with that being tight. There are torque specs in the instructions if you'd like to use them. I have some users that have chimed in on my recommendation of getting a bicycle torque wrench from Amazon. That is a doable thing, or Harbor Freight, or whatever your local hardware store that would sell crap like that is. Right, I don't want to crack it or anything, so I'm about done tightening it up here. When it starts fighting back on my little fingers, it's time to stop tightening. And that's it, folks. That's how easy it is to put a QR2 Lite on a CSL Hub. And then we'll go ahead and give you a engagement video. All right, here we go. The moment of truth. Does it work? Is it everything you've hoped and dreamed for? Let's see. It's that simple. Make sure you got it lined up. Slap it right on there. You can push it on. You can hold the quick release, whatever you like. It's that simple. It's the wave of the future for Fanatec. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you get yours with our affiliate link, www.simgear.club. We got them waiting for you in the light variety, pro, and club sport, or whatever they're going to call it.